Yo, what is up, everybody? So finally got to watch Avatar: The Way of the Water. Watched the first show yesterday night, Wednesday. Kind of had a shitty experience with the IMAX hall. They had some kind of technical difficulties and all that stuff, and then had to wait for a while until we could watch it. I didn't watch the 3D one because the 3D was a bit later at night, and if I was to watch it, I was just because the movie like 3 hours and 10 minutes, just in case I couldn't make it back in time for the World Cup semifinal. So I just chose to watch the first show, which was IMAX, because this movie is definitely you should be watching it in 3D. But the theaters are a bit slick; they don't really put 3Ds as the first show. So yeah, but I still watched it. So probably I'm gonna have to watch it again in 3D with my parents, because this one is definitely a 3D. It's definitely worth watching in 3D. But anyways, Avatar. I actually like the first movie a lot. I wouldn't really rank it in like really great like masterpiece type movie, but I liked it a lot because of the visuals, all the characters and the universe they were trying to build, and I actually liked a lot how they depicted humans very accurately in that movie. Uh, so I was very looking forward to this movie, even though it took 13 years long. And as soon as the first trailer came out, I was like, you know what? Say no more. I'm gonna be there day one to watch it because there was barely any dialogue in the first trailer that they released. It was just all like they were just showing, expanding the universe basically, and I liked it, and all. I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm in. So would I rank the first movie amongst like great movies like best picture, best movie winning type? I would say nah, but I liked it for the visuals, and I won't blame you if you said that the movie was a bit forgettable, because I kind of hear that a lot, that people would say that this movie is pretty forgettable, pretty overrated, but overrated because people keep talking about it, but I think it's fine because this movie it was like a visual type movie. It's not really like a plot type movie. So we go to this movie. This is Avatar 2, The Way of the Water. We still have 3, 4, and 5. The Way of the Earth, The Way of the Fire, and The Way of the Air. Uh, sorry. So I this movie I felt like was very similar to the first one, and the plot. Like I said again, this movie is not really a plot type movie. This is more like a visual movie. You don't really watch this movie for the plot because they're not really focusing on the plot in this movie. It was 100% about visuals. Because I could, like, literally the plot, without revealing anything, the plot was basically, the bad guy from the last movie, Miles Quadrich, something was his name. So basically, he's in an avatar body now. I'm not going to tell you how. So he's in an avatar body, in an RV body, and then he wants to basically get revenge on Jake Sully. That's the plot. Yep. Let's go home. No, that was basically the plot. And then Jake Sully, he escapes, and then he goes to the water tribe of Avatar, the Avatar universe, and then he learns their ways, and then Miles Quadrich kind of catches up to him, and then they fight. Yep, that's the plot. Like literally, that's the plot. So if you're going to watch this movie to expect a great plot, then yeah, you would be disappointed because again, this is not a plot type movie. This is a visual. This movie should win every award possible for visuals. The visual is just amazing. I liked everything about it. They introduced way more like creatures, and they basically expanded the universe a little bit. They went to a lot of other places and showed it. I liked it a lot in terms of visuals, and the humans too, man. I like the humans a lot. Once again, how they accurately depict humans in this kind of movie. So I like that a lot. Even the musics and stuff, like it was pretty good actually. But plot wise, it was just like just another generic revenge plot. But this was 100% a visual movie. That's it. Like if you're expecting a great plot out of this movie, then yeah, don't. Literally, like I said, it's a really generic plot. It was just like Miles Quadrich. He's now in the Avatar body. He wants to get revenge. That's basically the plot. So so you have to pay more attention to everything else that's happening. That's the main thing. And what I said before about this movie being very similar to the first movie is it really was, because 100%, like the first 2 hours and stuff, it was very similar to the first one. It's literally like you're watching the first movie, but it takes place in a different place with different people involved, with different kind of circumstances, but it's the exact same movie. You could watch this movie and 100% there are certain scenes that you can be like, wait, didn't that happen in the first movie? It would definitely give you that kind of thought, because it's literally the same, but they do it in a different way with different people, different place, but it's literally like the same thing. So he goes to this like water tribe people. Now we meet more different type of clans, because we saw a few clans in the last movie. Now we're meeting the I was gonna say fish people, because I was thinking of Wakanda Forever for some reason. So we meet the reef tribe or something. I forgot what the reef clan or whatever they call. So they call them the water. I call them the water tribe. It's pretty easy. So we got so like in the first movie we see Jake Sully kind of learning all the ways of the Omaticaya, the jungle people. And this movie he learns about the water people. It's literally the same. And then we see Miles Quadrant, this character, he's in an avatar body now, so he learns to be a avatar as well. He learns to ride the banshees and all. So it was literally the same. It just happens in another place. So like so the first 2 hours of some sorts, it was literally like watching the first movie, but it takes place in a different place. Like rather than taking place in the jungle, this one takes place in the sea with all the water tribe people. So it's literally the same, but the even the reason why, like in the first movie, where the thing that, like, how do you say, made all the Omaticaya, the Navi people want to take the fight to the people, was when the humans burned down the sacred tree thing. That was the thing that made them want to go fight. And in this movie there was one of the situations, like a similar situation like that too, where the humans would do something stupid as usual, and then it would drive the water tribe to go towards to the humans. So it's literally the same, and they even use the same music at certain stuff that you like. It's the same music as the first one, and they're using it at a similar situation like the first movie. So the first 2 hours, 100% similar to the first movie, but like I said, in a different place with different people, and they do it in a different way. And even if you look at the first movie, there were this banshee, right? And then there was this one that was like the giant. They call it the Taruk, the one that Jake Sully rides in the end. And in this movie, there was that kind of creature, but in the sea. And there was also one that people kind of feared. Saw it in a different way, just like in the first movie. That the banshee, the giant one. So there was like it's very similar to the first one, just that we go from like the jungle, the sky, we go to the sea. That's the difference, right? So only the ending part was a bit different. So if I were to pick like the plot, I'm not plot, like the first 2 hours, I would say the first movie did it better than the second one. And then when you come to the final part, the ending battle stuff and everything, I would say this one takes the crown for that. This one was way better. The ending, the fight and everything, it was awesome actually. It was very good. So I just keep thinking this is very similar to the first movie. It's as if like I'm watching the same movie. So I will not blame you if you kind of felt boring throughout watching the movie, because I did not want to, but for some parts I kind of did, because like I said, it was literally similar like watching the first movie. Just watching it take a place in different place. So I just liked the visuals of it. So that was the main highlight. And like I said, this movie should win every possible visuals award there is. That was the main highlight. You watch this movie for the visuals. That's it. That is it. You watch the movie for the visuals, for all the they explore more places in this planet. And that's it. That's all what you're supposed to do. You're just supposed to watch it. They go to different places. The directing style and visuals, and the music and the creatures, and the different places, how they look, just the creativity of it all. That's it. That's what you're watching this movie for. Don't expect any kind of plot, because there isn't. Like I said, the plot is just another revenge story. And Jake Sully goes from learning the ways of the tree people. Now he learns the way of the water people. That's the difference. So it's the same. Humans, oh god. So humans apparently they already left the planet in the last movie, but now they come back, and they actually mention it actually that apparently Earth is dying, and they want to come to Pandora basically to permanently relocate from Earth to Pandora, basically. You know, it's like colonization, you know, because Earth is dying, so they want to bring all the humans here, and then they basically want to wipe out all of them, which obviously is not going to happen, because they. The humans get their ass whooped a lot in this movie, which I'm happy to see. Yeah, I really liked it. Like, so there was some stuff in this movie that I was like, this could be a plot hole, but then I just remember there's three other movies, so therefore I'm not gonna take it too seriously. For other movies, I would take it seriously if it's a plot hole, but this one I'm not gonna because there's still three other movies, so I'm sure they're gonna mention it. There was some stuff I'm like, bro, they didn't even mention it. So, but then I was like, oh yeah, there's three other movies, so they're probably gonna mention it later on. They want to keep some stuff for that movie, and also, yeah, I want to see there was some twist probably that happened with some characters, that like you didn't really expect them to be related to this person, but they are in a way. But like literally everyone has children in this movie, bro. It was weird. Like, well, it's not weird, but then they just want to make it like a junior movie. Like everyone has kids. Since the sequel, everyone has kids in some weird way. Um, they reveal somebody have a kid, which just bugged my mind as to how, and I just don't know how. Actually, there were two of them, which I just have no idea how this person had kid at all. And then there's another person too, which who's actually both children we actually saw in the trailers, I believe, and I think we could have thought that it was Jake and Neytiri's son or daughter, but actually it's not. It's kind of adopted. But when you find out who their parents are, or at least one of their parents are, you'll be like, how the hell did they even have kids here? Like, it was not possible. So, for that reason, I'm giving it a chance since there's three other movies. So I'm giving it a chance for them to explain it in later movies because it just does not make sense. Who the hell do they have kids with? It just does not make sense at all. Especially one of the characters, just like who the hell? Wait, this person was such an asshole in the last movie, but to a lot of people, like who would even nail this person? It was just like I don't even know what to say. Uh, so I would say that was pretty much it. Like there's literally not much to say about it. Also they gave a chance in the ending for the sequel to pick up a little bit, part 3, 4, 5. I don't know how long this dude is gonna be alive for. You'll see in the ending what I mean. And I thought it was kind of stupid, because when this person did the thing, which kind of gives more chance to the sequel to happen, and then he backs out of it. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Why did he do it then? Because I thought, oh, okay, yep, he's gonna do it. Yeah, he's gonna join forces. But then last he just backs out last minute. I'm like, then why did you help him? You should have just let him die. Like, that was kind of dumb, to be honest, the ending part. But overall, man, visuals, that's the main thing you're going for here. Visually, this is a very good movie, and in terms of exploring and everything. But yeah, so yeah, just another generic revenge plot, but just how they did it, it was amazing. So I would say this was a really good movie. I definitely would watch it again for the visuals, for to see everything else, not really, but for the visuals, and the action scenes were really good too. I forgot to say it. Action, the fight stuff, all the Navi versus human stuff was amazing, and all the creatures. I like a lot of the creatures, man. A lot of the creatures that they do, like, man, the creativity to create a lot of these places and characters and creatures was just amazing. So I like it all. So overall, I would say good movie. So I think everyone would enjoy it if you're going to just watch this, pretty movie. Then yes, you would definitely like it. So yeah. So this was The Way of the Water, and man, I'm telling you, a lot of the moments and the dialogues, I'm like, bro, this is Avatar. Like, I mean, the animated Avatar, I'm like, yeah, this is Avatar. Like, a lot of the lines, I'm just like, are they making this like Avatar, but take place in another planet or something? 'Cause it's literally like it. Like, Man, don't tell me the next movie is about some kind of Earth people, because Jake Sully was literally living in like the sky, which is like an air temple, and then they go to the water tribe, who lives by the sea. Uh, are they gonna go to like fire people next? Fire clan, Earth clan, Metal clan, like. So anyways, yeah, that is all for my review for Avatar The Way of the Water. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. uh yeah, but hey, I would say I like this movie a lot. I can definitely see myself watching it again for the visuals only, because I want to watch the plot. Like I said, man, this is not a plotty movie at all. Like you just want to watch a basic revenge story. Literally, there's tons of movie out there to watch where someone just comes back in the sequel to take revenge on somebody. But this movie is worth watching just for the visuals. So yeah, I would say a really good movie. So yeah, that is all for my review. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Take care. Goodbye.